So I have to acknowledge that I really couldn't concentrate in class. As hard as I tried, I couldn't stop talking. My favorite thing was to sing. So in between classes, I would sing, and often I would carry on singing. um, Once I was in the class, when you're unpacking your bags and sitting down and organizing your desk and throwing stuff at your mates, whatever the case was, I'll never forget. I used to have this one guy who used to always sit on the desk next to me in class. And one day we were going between the classes, and suddenly this guy's singing. And I thought, wow, he's got a lekker voice. Anyway, he starts singing, and he walks in the classroom, and he's singing away, and taking his books out of his bag, and he's singing and whatever. And anyway, he got sent to the principal and got checked for being disruptive. And that was really funny. He didn't appreciate it. I thought it was bloody funny, but anyway. So before I do tend to get distracted. I do regret not finishing school because I do unfortunately have a dyslexia issue. I have a speech issue. Those are physical things that I just never acknowledged. Only now, in my late years, do I ever mention the word dyslexia. I'll tell you what, when I first discovered Facebook, damn, I was excited, man. Suddenly I had this like an audience and a platform. I would type stuff and, oh God. It was the days before you could edit, before you had little green little dots where you could edit. So whatever you typed, and once you had posted it, that was it. And people used to rip me to pieces about my flipping grammar. But what I can honestly tell you is that Facebook for me has been a very, very, very positive experience. Because my writing skills, my grammar have really improved, and improved to a point where I can actually type out, say, 7 sentences with a full stop and a comma, and I'm able to now hold back on the damn pushing the button and proofread what I've written and then send it. And then, bless their souls, they put that little button where you can edit, because I still make mistakes. I'll write something like, wanting to write, I went to town. And I will say, I will write, I to town. And it happens frequently. I forget. I see what I want to write in my head, and I type it out. It's a bit shit. And but I've definitely, Facebook forced me from people just like pissing me off, and saying like really shit stuff about my writing. But it definitely helps. I'm from living with a disability. One thing it does teach you is to deal with adversity. And anyway, guys, so that's essentially, I know the video is pretty short, but I was quite anxious about telling the story. So you notice the first two parts were relatively long and detailed. The conclusion is not something I'm proud of. But I really wanted to just be able to voice for even though those people that asked the questions after a couple of years after I left school, and a lot of them are not with us anymore, but some of them are, and it was just important to me to get this thing out. So guys, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and please follow me, man. Great, I'm loving this page. I'm loving this YouTube idea, be able to talk and express my views and opinions. So guys, cheers. Thank you very much.